A family is pulling $1 million in a scholarship fund from UNC Wilmington over anti-DEI policies. The family says it will no longer send the school that money because they can't gear it towards helping African American students. The change stems from the UNC system's equality policy, banning diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives at public universities.
The 30-year-old endowed scholarship was available to North Carolina students with an interest in medicine and a, quote, commitment to the African American community. So we're bringing our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes, once again to talk about this. What is the line between a privately funded campaign, right, and saying this is how I want my money to be spent versus federal guidelines?
Well, before, it's not even the federal. This is coming from the state. This is our own UNC systems equity policy program that's trying to align itself with what our General Assembly has passed in the most recent years. And so this is before any of these passages of policy changes or statutory changes. You could do this at any point with your gift, with your endowment. You can specifically earmark it for going out in the manner that you wanted to do. You could pick whatever you wanted. In this instance, it was folks that were looking in the medical field that were geared towards the African American community for a number of reasons, to ensure that you had an increase in people that were participating in that field. This person that created this was a doctor prominent in that community. His daughter was continuing to run this endowment and manage it throughout this process. But now, with the most recent changes, the university wasn't able to keep up with that commitment to saying we'll make sure that we target those types of students. So they're now removing their funds and taking it to another institution that could do that. When you're creating these types of rules, policies, and statutes, this is what in law school they talk about is the secondary effects of doing that, and things that aren't obviously, or I should say ultimately, contemplated. When you look at the legislative history, you can recognize what they're attempting to do here in North Carolina, which is remove diversity, equity, and inclusion. But you don't have that further conversation of, well, what happens when you do that? And this is the secondary effects of doing that. If your attempt is to remove this from the university, you run the risk of having individuals that say, okay, I can take my dollars somewhere else, and that's what this family is doing.
Well, I was going to say, I kind of have a two-parter. Can a university say, hey, we're going to change the original intent of the money, we're going to change the policy of the fund, we're allowed to do that, and then on the other flip side, the donor can go, that's not how this money was intended, I'm going to pull my funds and send it elsewhere?
Definitely, it would be the second option. A donor would be able to say, look, we agreed to do this. I mean, most of these would have something connected with it, with some naming of a building, right? Or some naming of a room. And additionally, you know, the funds are given, but and directed in the manner in which the donor is requesting. It's a contract. This is a breach of contract concern. And so when the issue was raised, the institution did what they were supposed to do. They informed them that we can no longer uphold our end of the contract. So now you have an option. Do you want to pivot and make it just a general use, you know, non-earmarked, and it could be discretion at the institution, or do you want to take your funds and move them some other place? I want to overemphasize that there is a trend of this happening. This is our largest example that I can show in North Carolina, but there are other instances of colleges that are dealing with this secondary effect, not just in our state, but other states that have similar policies and statutes that mirror the language of what our UNC system has done as well.
All right, Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes weighing in on that for us. Thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.